Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel Logic Medico. Today's interesting topic is how to explain pharmacology whenever the question is asked on a drug. So first of all, we have to know where the drug is used, what is the condition in which it is used, and the definition of that condition. So the definition of the condition becomes important. Then we have to know how the condition or the medical condition results from the pathophysiological mechanism from which the condition has happened. That is the second point. Then the prototype drug or the main drug which is used for the treatment of the said condition. Then the fourth point would be classification of the drugs used in those conditions. Then the fifth point would be mechanism of action of the drug. How does the drug actually work at the cellular level? With what receptor, with what mechanism does it really act? What are the pharmacological effects of this drug in the human body? So what effects does it have on the human body? Starting from CNS, CVS, respiratory system, GIT, musculoskeletal system. So what are the effects of the drug on the body? Next, seventh point would be pharmacokinetics. That is, what happens to the drug ultimately, whether it is eliminated by the renal system, excreted in the urine, or whether it is excreted in the stool through hepatobiliary system. So that is pharmacokinetics. Then coming to the eighth point, what are the therapeutic uses? Where exactly do we use this drug in? What conditions? It may not be one, it will usually be more than one condition. So that is therapeutic uses. Then what are the possible side effects of the drug? The side effects of the drug can also be explained based on the therapeutic uses. It is inadvertent or extra effects which has been resulted because of the drug being produced in excess quantity at abnormal sites, either due to distribution or redistribution or increased pharmacological action at one site. Last but not the least, the 10th point would be what are the possible drug interaction, if at all, if there is any. So with example, if I want to tell what is epilepsy, for example, definition of epilepsy, you should be able to tell it is a dysrhythmic activity of the cerebrum. So that is epilepsy. It's also called seizures or fits or convulsions. All the four terms means the same: epilepsy, seizure, convulsion, or the fits. What is the pathophysiology of the condition? There may be a epileptic focus, there may be a tumor, there may be an infection, there may be an idiopathic cause, that is the cause is unknown. So that is a pathophysiology of the condition. Or excessive neurotransmitter, excess amount of calcium resulting in hyperactivity of the group of neurons. Then what is a prototype drug? Phenobarbital, barbiturates, phenytoin, that is a hydantoins, carbamazepine, ethosuximide, valproate. So that is a classification of the drugs. Most commonly used drug is phenobarbital. Broad spectrum anti-epileptic is valproate. So what are the mechanism of action of these drugs? In a gist, phenobarbital acts on the GABA mediated chloride channel. It increases the conductance of the chloride ion, whereas phenytoin reduces the influx of sodium because it deactivates the voltage gated sodium channel. So thereby preventing depolarization, thereby preventing action potential. That's how phenytoin acts. Now how does ethosuximide act? It acts as the synaptic button. It prevents the calcium ion entry into the terminal button. So the stickiness of the synaptic vesicle reduces. So the neurotransmitter release is reduced, therefore the synaptic transmission. That's how ethosuximide acts. It's mainly used in absence seizure. Then valproate. Valproate is a broad spectrum anti-epileptic. It acts in all the above three manners. How is that? It increases the GABA mediated chloride conductance through the G protein coupled receptor similar to phenobarbital, and then it acts like similar to phenytoin. It acts on the voltage gated sodium channel, prevents the entry of sodium ions, so thereby reduces the chances of depolarization. Then also it acts like ethosuximide. It prevents the entry of calcium ion in the terminal button, thereby prevents the stickiness of the synaptic vesicle, thereby prevents the release of neurotransmitters at the synapse. So So that is how the mechanism of action of the drug should be written. Actually I told 4 drugs, but one drug if write sequentially, that is good enough for this condition. Pharmacological effects in the body. How does it act? At the neuronal level, at the synaptic level, at the NMJ, neuromuscular junction level, thereby reducing the conductance. It causes decreased conductance in the brain, in the skeletal muscle, in the cardiac muscle. How is this drugs eliminated? Most of the drugs are eliminated, metabolized in the liver and eliminated in the stool. So that is pharmacokinetics. What are the therapeutic uses? I just now told you it is used in epilepsy, generalized tonic-clonic seizure, ethosuximide used in absence seizure. Then it can be simple partial, complex partial, myoclonic. All these seizures, these drugs are used. Side effects of these drugs are, because it decreases the conductance of the neuronal transmission, decreases the generation of action potential. So the main side effect is drowsiness or sedation, which has been caused by these drugs. So the person will not be alert enough. So any person who is taking anti-epileptic, they should not work in high raised area. There's chance that they will be drowsy and they may fall. So that is the side effect. High risk area, they should not work. Drug interaction, any drug which causes enzyme induction in the liver, for example OCPs, they can metabolize these anti-epileptic drug and eliminate them faster. So in these patients who are taking OCPs, oral contraceptive pill, the dosage of the anti-epileptic has to be increased or an alternative has to be found out. So that's why, otherwise the person will have, despite of taking anti-epileptic drug, they will have an episode of epilepsy or a seizure, because the drugs are metabolized and eliminated faster. So this is one example of how to write the drug whenever the question is asked in pharmacology. Thank you for watching and learning from Logic Medico. If you're new to our channel, kindly subscribe to our channel and press the like button if you like the gist of this video. Thank you once again.